Yeah, we can jump into it. That's cool with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah, once again from the great minds and now talking about it's 4th&10. We got the homie Michè. That's how you pronounce it.
Michè, Shay, whichever one.
Okay. Where you from? What's your hood? What's your squad? What you repping?
I always when people ask me where I'm from, I always say PG County. That's it. PG County, Maryland. Um, that's it. That's all. As far as like what I'm repping, you mean like what team I play for?
Yeah.
Okay, I play for fives, I play with Level Up. That's my home team. But I also play with Elite Flag Football. And then for eights, I play with LOC.
Okay. What sports you played growing up?
Everything. I played, so my number one sport was always basketball. So I've been playing basketball since I was probably like 4 years old. And then once I got to middle school, high school, I picked up everything. So I played soccer, I played softball, and I played tennis.
Okay, tennis.
Hmm.
Okay. How was that?
I like tennis. Actually, outside of flag and basketball, tennis is probably like my next favorite sport.
Okay. Do you still compete now?
No, nobody I know knows how to play tennis, so I don't get to live out my tennis dreams. I really have to like find a wall, like one of those tennis walls, and then sometimes I might go there because it's really good. I like the back and forth of tennis and like the quick change of direction and the how active it is. So pickleball is another sport that I like too, but obviously they didn't have that when I was in school. But I really enjoy tennis and pickleball.
Okay. Any college or summer after school?
So I went to Towson University. I didn't play like on any official teams, but I did play club sports. So we did still travel and play against other colleges who had club sports. So I played club basketball, and that's where I started playing flag football.
Okay.
Hmm.
Who put you on? Who brought you out?
For flag,
Yeah, the flag.
one of my friends at the time, we like lived in the same dorm. He knew this girl who played flag football. He was like, yeah, she could throw, da da da. You should, come check out the practice. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Like I've always wanted to play football just because I love like to play catch. So I've always wanted to play. And so I went out to practice, and then ever since then I've been playing flag football ever since. But it
Okay.
was it was much different. Like in college, it was I'm pretty sure it was sevens.
Okay.
Very, very different game than like what it is I play now, like competition wise, but then also um the style, like everything was just different.
How so? Like real quick, like what was the biggest difference, I guess?
I mean, obviously, and I don't know if this is just part of because like the game has evolved, but I'd never seen a dip, I never seen a pitch, I never seen a hip. Like in college, I didn't see any of that. All that became new to me like once I started going to USA flag tournaments. So that part was vastly different. And then the other part, which could still be a little bit true in flag, I remember we lost to this team. When I say they were the most unathletic people that I've like ever seen, I'm looking like we walking on the field. I'm just like, man, we're about to wipe the floor with them. And they beat us. And I was so upset because I'm like, how do we just lose to like these people who got the long shorts on, socks all the way up? No, not like one athletic bone in their body. And I was just so frustrated. Um, but yeah, that's flag football for you. Sometimes.
These are facts. Yeah, like I said, when
Yeah.
you got that chemistry for it.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they definitely did for sure.
All right. Well, yeah, we're getting to the 10 questions. What's your favorite format to play?
Hands down fives. Absolutely. You want to be specific? Specific. There we go. Um, Offensively, I would probably say five's non-contact. Oh, no. Let me see. I would probably say five's non-contact because you could pitch. Defensively, I would say air it out because there's no double quarterback and there's no pitching. So it makes
Okay.
it a little bit. They get four downs, but it makes it a little bit easier.
Is there a format you haven't played yet?
I haven't. So nines is new. I have not played nines. Don't really have a desire to either. But that's probably the only. And I don't think they have fours or sixes for women's. But I did play fours co-ed.
Okay.
But fives is still like number one for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite format to shoot?
Ooh, I'd probably say fives again. Much smaller field. It could be a little bit more intimate. Eights is a huge field to shoot on, and so there's a lot of movement. Like there is no stay in one spot for the whole. Like you got to move, or else you're not gonna get anything.
Okay. What is your favorite sport or thing to film? Because you're available for more than just flag, correct?
Right. That's a great question. My favorite, and I'm still figuring this out. So my favorite thing to film would probably be I just worked on a project with one of my trainers, name is Coach Ken. He did a high rocks, and so we shot that where like he was competing in the high rocks, but then also we made it more like a little documentary type of feel to it. And that's probably my favorite thing to shoot. It's just where we can kind of peel back the layer so that we can see more about this person, this athlete, whoever it is. And when we finish watching this piece of work, we want to root for them. So like I watch starting five, I watch receiver, I watch quarterback. Stephon Diggs has like a little series on YouTube. I watch those things. And now because I get a chance to see how hard they work, I get a chance to see that they're more than just an athlete, which obviously we know, but seeing it, it's like, damn, like I want that person to win. Like I want to root for that person. I hope they do well. You see them get injured and it's like, damn, so for me, that's the type of work that I like to create. Something where when you watch it, it makes you say, oh, I like that person. I want to root for them. I want to support them.
That's
Something like
cool.
that.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Ideally, what position do you want to play when you pull up?
A receiver. Absolutely.
Hands down.
Absolutely.
Okay. Who's the best quarterback you play with?
Hoo-hoo. Oh man, you gonna get me in trouble. A very Michè answer would be, oh, I like all of them, which is true. When you see this, all my quarterbacks, I appreciate you all. I enjoy playing on you all's team. And I would have to say, what the heck? Oh, I'm like, what? I would have to say the best quarterback that I've played with has been Marley.
Marley?
Marley, yeah.
Okay. Where's she from?
She's from Florida. Ooh, she's told me before. I don't want to West Palm Beach, maybe somewhere in Florida. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What parts of your basketball game show up on the field?
These right here. I mean, in basketball, one of my favorite things to do would be like a cross court steal. So because I'm just catching the ball out the air and now I'm going the other way to lay the ball up. So I just that part of it, obviously, like catching the ball, is just very like natural for me. And so I would say that's the part that is like translates the best, I would say.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see you have the "You Can't Guard Me" shirt. Was that just
Yeah.
confidence talking, or was there a real story, a moment behind it that
I'm
inspired you to
so
make it?
glad you asked that question because I'm sure people see that shirt and think it's like, oh, she just shit talking. And anybody who knows me and like has seen me play, I don't shit talk at all. Like I don't trash talk anybody ever. Like I score, I barely celebrate because I feel like, all right, I just want to win and I'm just doing whatever I need to do so that we can do that. So the "You Can't Guard Me" shirt came about because, and people might not know this, but sometimes I can like get in my head a little bit, start to doubt myself, not have as much confidence as I need to. And I think I'm trying to remember, did I come out with this in like 2024? I think is when I came out with that shirt. But anyway, I had been training. I had been training with like a wide receiver training, doing some change of direction, training, speed training, stuff like that. And so now I started to gain that confidence. And so for me, it was just about, all right, what am I saying to myself when I step up to the line so that no matter who's in front of me, no matter who we're playing, no matter who's coaching, no matter what stage we're on, like, what am I going to tell myself to mentally get ready? And it's just like, all right, Shay, like, you know what you've been doing and all the work you've been putting in and the skill set that you have, no matter what the other factors are, whoever it is, they can't guard you. And so, like, that's just what I tell myself to have confidence when I walk up to the line. Not even trash talk, which I'm sure some people buy the shirts because, you know, they could trash talk. But for me, it was all a matter of just having some confidence when I walk up to the line.
I like that. I really like that.
That's a
This is the
great
second
question. I'm
time.
glad I'm glad you asked. I don't think I've ever told anybody that either. So I'm glad you asked
Okay.
that.
This is the second time somebody's brung up just making sure that they have confidence. Just bringing up the word confidence because I like
Mm-hmm.
to say we play sports. We're very competitive.
Yeah.
Very rarely do people speak about the fact of reminding yourself to be confident.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I just like I enjoy the answer. Just straight up
Yeah.
like that. They,
It's raw. Like that's real. I mean, I think in watching, like I mentioned before, just watching, you know, people in the starting five, the receiver, quarterback, you know, all those things. Like you get a chance to see sprint was another one. You get a chance to see like, even though they're professional athletes, they're not. They have doubt, and you know, they doubt sometimes too, or like they have things where they're kind of battling some things mentally too. And so it's just it's good to see. And for me, I'm always going to say like, if I struggle with this confidence or like, I think another piece that did really well on my Instagram, and I didn't even post it so that it could do well. I just posted it just to be vulnerable. Where I was like, when I didn't make the USA team, like that hurt.
hmm,
That really hurt. And I started to doubt myself, like, well, damn, am I as good as I think I am? Because I didn't make it 2 years in a row. And for me, it's just like peeling back that layer. Again, I talk about that, peeling back that layer and showing like this is really what it is. We could walk around and make it seem like, oh, that didn't bother me, or oh, I don't care, or da 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 da. But it's like to me, that does no good and it doesn't help somebody else out there because we all have something that we are like, you know, doubting ourselves about or might struggle confidence here or there. And so for me, I'm just gonna speak on it and just be like, yeah, I was struggling, or like, yeah, that really tore me up, or like whatever. So yeah.
I like that. I like that. All right. And these tees are still available, correct? These shirts are still available.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bet that. Bet that.
And look, we got another one too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this one, oh, wait a minute. Now my camera gonna start to act crazy a little bit. So we got
Okay.
another. This was my next one that I made. One of one is predominantly in hoodies, which I have these in so many colors. But I'm not just saying this. The quality of them is really good. I got the one of one thing again. Another way to kind of be confident. A lot of times, whatever I'm telling myself, I just put on merch. I could either get a tattoo of it or I could put it on merch. So I just been putting on merch. And so I just think that sometimes when you get in certain spaces, you might, again, with confidence, be like, damn, like, you know, am I enough? Am I bringing enough to the table? And then I just have to remind myself, like, I'm really one on one when it comes to not only my skill set, but like my work ethic, how I approach criticism, how coachable I am, how I'm able to like I'm never satisfied with anything about my game, the type of teammate that I am, like all of those things. Like, yeah, somebody might have the skill set, but they might not have the other four. Or somebody might have the great work ethic, but they might not have the other four. And so for me, it's just like I feel like whenever I step into a space, I'm bringing a lot of great things to the table. So to me, that's enough to classify myself as one on one.
Did you grow up like this? There's somebody or someone you get this from? Like I know you say you being able to see behind professional athletes that allows you to be more vulnerable also. But is
Mm-hmm.
that something you actually grew up with also? Like there a person or somebody that you credit that type of trait or behavior or habits to?
No,
Or
actually,
growth?
growing up, I didn't share anything to anybody ever. And I
Okay.
think just like the way space the society is like shifting to see that more as a superpower now. And so I also am like unashamed to say like I go to therapy. That does not bother me. I'll tell anybody I go and tell everybody else they need to go to. Like it
Mhm.
really helps you with whatever you might have going on. Like it's not just a oh something wrong with them, they going to therapy. It's like no, like I'm running the therapy. I'm excited because I see how it's helping me in these other spaces. So I did not grow up a vulnerable person, a transparent person at all.
Mhm.
And through like therapy, and again, it just becoming more acceptable in society and people seeing it more as like a superpower than like a flaw. Yeah, that's just I'll be transparent or vulnerable anytime.
Well, salute to all that, especially the therapy part. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
All right, best and worst tournament. You have them? You know
Ooh. Um, it's gonna be hard. Worst? Mm.
them?
Worst is hard. Uh,
What makes a
hmm.
tournament bad to you? Is it just the wins or losses, or your play, or what?
Well, so what would make me say this is a bad tournament? I think like I don't know. I honestly, and this is good. I can't like recall a tournament where I was just like, oh, this is terrible. So that's probably good. Um, what would make me say something is bad? It would have to be like a lot of things. For me to write something off as like bad, it would have to be a lot. Like the rest would probably have to be terrible. Uh the fields would have to fields. Probably fields would make me say, I didn't like this. The fields, the rest would have to be bad. Things would have to be running like super behind. It would just have to be a lot of factors for me to say.
Well, let me switch it up a little bit. Best and worst field you played on.
Ooh, that's hard. I done played so many ways. I will say I do like to where Tampa has their worlds. That grass is really nice,
Okay.
and wherever that is. And actually, I just got back from Lynn Lewis, and I thought that grass was really good too. I don't remember. It's like River Sports Complex or something like that. That one was pretty good.
Okay.
But I do think as far as good tournaments go, USA Flag always has, good tournaments for they have like it's very like appealing to the eye. But I would say my favorite tournaments are probably Jason's weekend Warriors tournaments.
What tournament or location is still on your bucket list to play in?
Ooh, oh, you know what? I haven't the only like place I haven't been to play flag that I really want to go, not in the summer. Vegas or
Okay.
Cali. Vegas or Cali. But I'll probably say Vegas. But again, not in the summer. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. Have you ever had a good tournament on the field, but a bad one behind the lens?
I don't know. I can't think of anyone, and this is not to say that like, I'm that. Um, I don't know, but I will say, like, I can look back at my old work and be like,
Mm.
so I wouldn't say like in the moment I thought it was bad, but like if I look at myself from 2023, I'll probably be like, we could do better. But I was obviously like just starting out, so it makes sense why. And I'm sure in 2026, I'll look at myself from 2025 and be like, could be better.
When did you realize your camera skills could be more than just a hobby?
That's a great question too. So honestly, like I picked up a camera. I have never had a desire to be a photographer or a videographer ever. Like I don't have a story of like ever since I was 12 years old and my mom bought me this camera. I knew like no. I was a teacher going on these flag trips and they were getting expensive. So I was like, I need to do something to make a little extra money. I picked up a camera because I knew I was at these fields all day, waiting hours in between my games. So like, why not pick up a camera, start making some extra money? So I did that. Then mm, I ended up leaving teaching and got another job in education. And it's funny enough, like all my clients have been through Flag, which is kind of crazy. But I got my first client who was just like, he's a trainer, and I still have him as a client today. And he was just looking for somebody to come get content for him. And I'm like, okay, well, like that's still in my alley. It's about sports. Like I know about that. I could do that. So then I got him as a client. I ended up getting another client. And then that's when I left my job in education because I was like, okay, I could like do this full time. And yeah, that's why I left that. I'm the type of person like I'm not gonna be anywhere where I'm not like really happy or excited about what it is I'm doing. So if even though like I was leaving a stable paycheck, I was like, I'm out of here. I'm thinking more about photography and how I can help these people anyway. I don't really want to be, at this job anymore. So
Okay.
I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay.
Uh, I don't want to say it incorrectly. So, what's the name of your company?
So it's called Media. A
Oh,
lot of people don't know this. Okay, we like giving a history lesson a little bit. So I used to have a co-ed flag football team in like 2021, 2021, 2022, something like that. And the name of my team was Hustle and Motivate. And so I just kind of took Hustle and Motivate, HM, and just turned it into Media.
I like that. I
And
like
somebody else actually, I feel like it was Wade. I think I saw him one day. He was like, "There she go, there go Media." And then so ever since then, I was like, I like that. So now it's just Media. That's what I say.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Scrolling your IG, I quickly see you're nice with it. Any official training or schooling, or this is just trial and error, or what?
Oh no, I definitely am training. So like again, I told you I play basketball, so like I could always catch, but I definitely have seen like a drastic change in my game because I am training now. So I have a few trainers and I'm gonna shout them all out because that's the type of person I am. So here we go. My wide receiver trainer is Coach Ken. Been going to Coach Ken since 2023. And I just watched some videos from our very first session with him, and they were so bad. They were terrible. But shout out to him for seeing the vision and like me for continuing to stack my bricks because now I look like a way different player. So that's who I go to for wide receiver training. I have somebody I go to for like strength, speed, change of direction, agility, like stuff like that. So shout out to my guy, London and Christian. Those are my guys too. And then as far as like DB work, I kind of like dibble and dabble with like whoever I can, get time with. So I got my guy, Coach Kev. I just started working with this guy. His name is Brandon. So shout out to all my trainers because my game definitely elevates. Oh, and I can't forget, I'm so sorry. Pink Hat. Pink Hat was the very first trainer I started working with actually.
Okay.
Um, and we kind of did everything. He helped me grow my IQ. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Same question when it comes to the camera and the editing. Is it all trial and error,
Mm,
or you get some training or schooling with this?
YouTube University. Hey now. YouTube University. And like anytime, like especially in my earlier days, if I saw a photographer, I would like talk to them, be like, hey, so how do you do this? Because there's a lot about the camera to learn. So I would be like, how do you do this? And what settings do you have for this? And what do you use for this? And I'm still learning. Like I follow pages on Instagram who like give tips out and follow other creatives to see like their work. My guy Digilazzo was somebody who actually shot he shot for me for a tournament and he like answered so many of my
Mhm.
camera questions. So shout out to my guy Digilazzo.
That's fine. That's fine. Camera talk. What do you shoot with? What do you shoot with for those who may know?
Sony, yeah. So I shoot with a Sony A7S III. So for if you know cameras a little bit, that's like a video specific, like a video heavy camera. Um, and I love it. I love my camera.
Okay. In
Mm-hmm.
your bio, I see photography and videography. Most
Mm-hmm.
time I see one or the other. What made you
Mm-hmm.
want to do both?
I mean, I just wanted people to hire me for whatever. So like when I first started shooting, I'm just like, whether you want photos, whether you want videos, I could do them both. So just hire me. Like that was the thinking behind it. And now I would say I lean more towards videography. But I do still do photography, like if that's what people want. So
Okay. Wow. Why do you prefer the videography?
mm, I just feel like you can tell more stories with videos and I just like it. Like the emotion that you're able to draw from watching a video, it's like, I don't know, nothing like it. I love it. So that's why I like video better. A lot
Okay.
more work. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to, downgrade photography because it's a lot with that too. But video, whew, Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay. All right. What sparked the idea for the 13-part series, Lessons Learned Since
Mm,
Becoming an Entrepreneur?
I like your question. That's a good question. Okay, so I've started to turn the camera on to myself now, which if you know me, you know I do not like to be in front of the camera. Not I just don't like it. I used to be shy. I wouldn't say I'm really shy now. Depending on the space, I might be a little bit more reserved, but I just don't like the camera. And so I wanted to just kind of like tell stories again, being vulnerable, being transparent. Like I feel like I have some good things to say. And I'm also the type of person like people can get on social media and just say something so that it sounds good or like portray all their wins and all these good things. But for me, again, I like the rawness of it, the realness of it, of just showing like, shoot, one of my first ones, like I almost quit posting content because I was comparing myself to other people. And another one was just like, I had to learn, money isn't everything. Like just things that to me I felt were like raw lessons that I've learned and I want to share. So I think, yeah, just wanting to enhance my storytelling. Oh, just wanted to enhance my storytelling is kind of what made me start that. And I need to rev it back up. But I'm stuck on this one script, and I'm the type of person like I'm not just going to put it out just because like I'm supposed to be posting every 2 weeks. Like I want to make sure the script really um what am I trying to say? The script really captures what it is I'm trying to say. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
What's one part of your game you're still working on improving?
Ooh, there's so many things. Cause this is what I do after every tournament or um I'm in PT right now and I just did like some testing and I got my results back. I'm the type of person that's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, the good stuff is cool. What do I need to fix and what do I need to work on? So there's always like multiple things. And I have messages where my trainers where I was like, yeah, this tournament I need to do or like these 3 things I need to work on, boo, 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 boo. So to answer your question, defense, I'm trying to just get better at that in general. Again, naturally, I'm just like a receiver. And so defensively, I'm trying to grow my IQ, but then also, um, certain like footworks and being able to get in and out of my breaks, like just always repping that stuff. So on the defensive side, that's what I'm trying to work on. Offensively, continuing to improve on my route running, getting faster, and then getting my vert up there too. So multiple things,
Okay.
always.
Okay. Same question in reference to media.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Um, I'm actually trying to get better at color grading and sound design. I feel like those will be the what kind of like takes my storytelling to the next level. And so I'm really trying to hone in on like the colors in my videos and then the sound effects in the background because that really starts to get the emotion rolling. So those are the 2 things for video.
Okay. I like that. All right.
Yeah.
Which is worse? Someone walking in front of the perfect shot, realizing you're still in slow mo from the last clip, or finally nailing the take but forgetting to push record?
Ooh, it's definitely between the first and the last one. I'm gonna say the first one because like that moment you can't get back. If let's say I nailed it while I was pressing record or forgot to, I could do it again. It's like, all right, Michè, we did it once, we can do it again. But the shot, the amount of times like a ref's butt is just in the way, or somebody walks by and I'm just like, oh my god, or like a teammate is in the way. Ugh, pet peeve for sure. It like that hurts because I'm like, oh my gosh, this would have been so great if you weren't in the way. Or sometimes something gets like out of focus.
Hmm.
Oh man, sickening.
Stuff your customers don't even think about.
You know? Ooh.
All right. Which feels better? Catching a touchdown on the first play of the game, converting the 4th and long, or snatching some ankles before a pitch your teammate scores?
So wait a minute. You said the first one was scoring a touchdown first play.
Yep.
Second one was what?
Converting a 4th and long.
Okay. And what was the last one?
Snatching some ankles before you pitch it to a teammate who scores.
Ooh.
You bring a teammate in there and make everything a little more difficult.
Yeah, but it's like I want to win, so I want us to score, but at the same time, like I live for a fourth down. It's like we need this or this game is over, and my quarterback trusts me enough to make the play. I would probably say that one.
Okay.
Like the ankles is cool, it might, do something real nice on Instagram, but again, for my quarterback to know game on the line, you could trust these to make a play. That's important to me. Like I always want my quarterbacks to just have the utmost trust in me, and like if the rusher come in, the pressure in their face, Michè over there somewhere, boom, like that's if I could create that type of like just be that reliable for my quarterback, then I'm doing my job.
Okay. Michè and Rock, they're down there somewhere, huh?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right. Favorite pair of cleats and jersey. You have them? You know them?
Ooh, they gonna hate me for this one. I get teased all the time. My favorite cleats to this day, and probably will forever be my favorite cleats, is Under Armour. I don't have one specific one, but everybody loves Nike cleats, and all my friends wear Nike cleats, and everybody's always those Under Armour cleats are ugly. Blah, blah, blah. I will put my faith in my Under Armour cleats every day of the week.
Where'd they come from? How'd you get on Under Armour?
So I wore Under Armour basketball shoes. Curry's basketball shoes, my favorite basketball shoes, because I like my shoes to be light. I don't like a heavy when I was hooping. I didn't want a heavy shoe. Like everybody like Kyrie's or KD's. To me, they were heavy. LeBron's heavy. Curry's light. And even then, I'm like always looking at the weight of a basketball shoe because I want again a light shoe. Now I feel like I can just float in the sky. That's what I like. As far as Under Armour, I have just been blessed like to know people who work with for Under Armour. And so a lot of times I get cleats 50% off or for free. That's my favorite kind of cleat. But it also helps that like I like the way the cleat fits and feels, and like I haven't had no problems in my Under Armours ever.
Okay.
So Under Armour for sure. Favorite cleat, favorite jersey, like a flag jersey?
Yeah, flag jersey. You rock flag jersey or you just wear yours?
I was just about to say, I really don't like I really don't like to wear flag jerseys. Like if I have my way, there won't be a flag jersey on. I'm either gonna have on a Vibe Up shirt or a You Can't Guard Me shirt. That's it. Like that's how I would prefer to play. But sometimes you have to be in unison and whatever else. I'm like, man, if I could play without one, I would.
It's funny. I'm kind of the same way as you. Like we have our team jersey.
Uh-huh.
But if not, I will make my logo on y'all team colors, and I'll pull up just like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. And you gotta get me. Let me know. I'll support and definitely buy
Yeah,
one for
we
sure
can
because I
swap it
like.
out, though. We can swap it out.
Yeah, for sure. I like to do that. Like I like. I'm real big now too at flag. I don't. The only thing that's name brand probably is like my cleats and my socks.
Yep.
Other than that, like my flags, my top, my headgear, I'm trying to wear something of somebody's that I know. Like I know this person. Oh yeah, like yeah, you can get you one too. Like that's like what I'm trying to. That's the vibe that I try to be on when I play. So most times, if you see me in some flag gear, you're going to see it's merch of either my stuff or somebody that I know, and I'm just supporting.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. If it ain't
Mm-hmm.
mine, if it ain't my team's, it's either shout out to Rich or it's either Chase. Yeah, it's one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that's how it should be. Or at
Yeah,
least that's how I like it to be. So
yeah, support your own.
exactly.
Yeah, real shit.
Yep.
4th and goal, 10-yard line. What route you running? Who throwing you the ball? We need this.
Cool. 4th and goal.
Where you lining up at? You slot, you
I
gotta
was
get
just
back
about to.
and
I was about to ask you that. Am I
forth.
the slide or am I wide?
It's on you.
Am I the one? Am I
What
the
you saying
two?
what you saying in the huddle before you break out?
Ooh. 4th and 10. depending on like who my quarterback is, that would like depend on like what route I'm running.
Who was the preferred quarterback there?
I don't know. I don't know. So if I'm running, a lot of people think my favorite route is a post because I have run enough posts to last my lifetime. But if I'm running a post, Bunny can throw me the ball for sure. Bunny can throw me the ball on the post, and I know we're gonna connect.
Okay.
But my favorite route actually is a comeback.
Okay.
And I would have Marley throw me the comeback. My
Okay.
favorite route is the comeback route.
Are you turning around that ball already in the air?
Oh yeah. As soon as I turn around, that ball is meeting me. Boom. That's what I want. Like, yep. For the amount of first downs we've gotten off of Marley just telling me like, Shay, run a comeback. I'm like, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, I enjoyed this. That's 4th and goal. This is 4th and 10. I enjoyed it.
Oh man, that felt so short. This was probably one of my favorite. I don't do many interviews, but even once I start to do more interviews, I really enjoyed like the questions that you asked. It gave me a chance to just share stuff that I don't know, I've never shared before. So I appreciate you for inviting me and then also just being so thoughtful and like intentional with your questions. So
it's tough to part ways with these last 365 days. Though 2025 was not perfect, the hiccups and bumps and bruises of 2025 forced me to become a better version of myself. I'm not the person that I was 365 days ago into 2025. I am so grateful for that. I'm now a better version of myself going into 2026. 2026, I know you won't be a perfect year because none of the years so far have been perfect, but 2025 prepared me to be able to handle whatever life throws at me. So 2026, let's get it. It's been real. I see y'all when I see y'all. Yo.
I appreciate that. Since you're giving up stuff, like when I first started doing these, I talked to people that everybody knew, but I also knew that they did something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm kind of old, so I'm like, well, let me let some of my friends know that their friend does this. That's like my whole, like I asked you a couple questions about flag, and then I asked you a couple questions about what you got going on, either so people can either support you or get the confidence to do something themselves in their field. You know what I mean? You know, like all of us can play flag, all of us can get a first down or a touchdown, but what else can we do out here?
Right.
That's kind of what my goal is, to tell you the truth.
I like that. I like that a lot.
All right, one more question before I let you go.
Okay.
Do you think flag football is harder or easier than people assume, and why?
I'm gonna say harder because I've seen like when I was building my flag team, I was just picking people I knew played football. And so I'm thinking like, oh yeah, bet like they played football before, they're gonna do well. And not to say they didn't do well, but I've seen what like dominant football like flag players look like, and there is a difference. Like there's a difference between tackle football and flag football, and you know everybody in their own regard. Like shout out to them because it is a different sport. But man, to play flag and like really be that in flag, it's not, I don't think it's as seamless as a transition as people might think. Because flag moves are different. Flag IQ is different. Like even defensively, like there ain't no jam, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, people play contact, but there ain't no jam and there ain't none of that. Like it's different. It's different. And so I would say that I think it's harder than people think. Because pulling a flag, let's talk about pulling a flag too. But I'm like, okay, you know, people, they be like, yeah, I'll be able. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll put on some flags. I guarantee you miss my flag. Like,
let's talk about pulling flags after you just come back from jamming your thumb a couple of weeks ago and the fear of doing that again.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because I've had a thumb injury from pulling flags, and I'm just like, getting back there out there. I'm like, I don't want to pull that flag. I don't want to pull that flag. Somebody else do. I'll help contain, but I'm really not trying to do that again. Flag pulling it's an art. It's an art.
Yeah, shout out to those that be pulling flags like it ain't
nothing.
I'm saying?
Those are my
Ooh. On the one flag, same city, same blood. We might clash, but it's always love. Ain't no hate, just pride in the game. From uptown to the east, they know the name. We on the one flag. brothers on the field, that bond too real. Can't fake what we feel. We play hard and go up after. One flag, one fam, that's what matters. C9 and KCLE, keep that tempo tight. No safe zone and no worries, play with pure spite. OG's ball game.